So we're going to be making our dough today. However, if you do not have the time or you cannot be bothered to make your dough for your treacle tart, you can absolutely substitute with sweet short crust pastry, or just short crust pastry actually, and you can just skip ahead. Meanwhile, we're going to be making it. So you'll want to place your flour and your salt into a bowl and then add in your chilled cubed butter. Our butter is much easier to incorporate if it is equally cubed, and then we'll want to cut it into our flour and make sure it's thoroughly coated with the flour until no piece is smaller than a pea. And then we'll want to add in our ice water. Make sure that no ice gets in there if you have any in yours. And we'll want to form our dough. So when we do begin adding in our ice water, we'll want to make sure we begin pressing that mixture together. We don't want to knead this here. We don't want to activate the gluten. We want our pastry to be super flaky and light, and so just making sure that we press all of the moisture together to form our dough is the best thing to do. And then we'll want to simply once we have it on our work surface and it is formed, we'll simply want to press it into a disc, cover and refrigerate for 30 minutes. This will help it just rest, the gluten rest in our pastry before we get to rolling it out. Now, it should not take us long at all to roll it out. We'll want to simply roll it and place it into a tart dish. So the tart dish I use here is approximately 21 centimeters in diameter, or 8.5 inches. So it's like a medium tart dish, and we don't have to do anything fancy. We simply place our rolled out pastry into our tart dish, make sure we press all of that pastry into the corners, and then we want to trim those edges. We don't have to do anything fancy with the edges at all. And then make sure we press that pastry into the sides of our tart dish after we've trimmed it, just to make sure it's really held in place. Then we will want to pierce with a fork, refrigerate for another 30 minutes, and then preheat our oven to 190 degrees Celsius or 375 degrees Fahrenheit. Fill with baking beans and place in the oven to bake for 20 minutes. We'll want to remove the baking beans, then bake for a further 10, and then set that aside so we can make our delightful filling. So we'll want to place our golden syrup into a saucepan and heat that through, and then we want to remove it from the heat, add in all of the other filling ingredients. So our butter, our breadcrumbs, our pouring cream, our lightly beaten egg, our sea salt, and do not forget that beautiful lemon zest. So the lemon zest is essential here, I swear it is. It just adds like a depth to the really sweet filling here. I recommend it absolutely. So we want to add those all together, and then just the warmth from the heated through golden syrup will melt that butter, and we'll just want to whisk this or just stir it as you see me here doing with a spoon until it's nicely mixed through. Then we'll want to pour it into our lightly baked tart dish and bake it until it's just ever so slightly jiggly in the center, so approximately 30 minutes. Then we'll want to remove it and allow it to fully cool before we serve it. I absolutely recommend serving it with a hefty dollop of Greek yogurt, unsweetened. But there we have it. I really hope you do enjoy this and subscribe for more videos like this.